Hello everyone, in today's video we will be looking at the Ghost from Ahsoka from the Vintage Collection. This thing is going to be awkward to do a video on because of the sheer size of it. The box weighed a ton, and yeah, the ship itself, even when it's all put together, is quite sizable, which is nice, but it's quite difficult to get a video done, sort of covering all the angles, so I'll do my best. So yeah, here we have the first of many boxes that just kind of slide out. So yeah, in this one we have the figures. Very exciting because these look nice. I probably won't be opening these because I don't typically open HasLab figures, but we will have a look regardless. Inside, right, so we got some few bits here. We got some accessories there, which are looking pretty good. Some sort of like tables and stuff. These I'm guessing are feet, but in this bag here, I'll just get it out. It's packed in quite nice. Yeah, wrapped up. So I'll have a look at that in a sec. But yeah, this looks like the landing gear here. And there's two levels to this one. So you have these engines here, which straight away, the paintwork on them is looking quite nice. And then the Phantom 2, that's also looking quite nice. Yeah, that's looking good. We'll look more in depth at that later. Probably a little separate bit of the video to the main sort of Ghost. And then for the next box, you have this little piece here. And then underneath here, we have what looks like maybe more sort of parts of the wing, I guess, or the edges of the ship. And then, yeah, I can guess what's going to be in this one, the final biggest box of them all. And it's the main body of the ship itself. So, yeah, we'll probably just get this out of here, piece all the bits together. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I wanted to kind of record putting it together, but it's just so awkward in the room I'm doing it. I'm probably just going to put it together because I imagine it's quite straightforward, and then we'll take a look once it's done. Okay, so here's just a little bit now, sort of halfway through the process, if you like, before the engines are on. So here's one of the engines. And yeah, I'm really impressed with sort of like the metallic paintwork on these. They look really nice. All the sort of grimy details in there. That's what we need. Strange sort of yellowy colour on the back there. It's quite nice. So yeah, all clipped on. That's what they kind of look like. And here you have the turret, which is nice. You know, not crazy detail. Got the little ladder going up there. So I'm guessing this just will pop in by there. Nice, that fits quite nicely in there. We'll sort of showcase that a bit more later on. And then, as best as I can from this angle, it's a bit awkward, we'll have a little look in the cockpit by here, because I do believe all the chairs are different. So you've got like the seat for the gun at the front. And that gun was one of the accessories earlier. We'll stick that on underneath. So we have this piece here. It's kind of like the windshield, bit fiddly, but yeah, we'll stick that on in a minute. That's kind of like what the seats look like in there. A nice bit of detail inside there, which is good. Okay, so first of all, this is going to be a little bit difficult to do a video on. I thought the Razor Crest a few years ago was an awkward one, but this is even bigger, to the point where I've only barely got somewhere to actually display this. The box itself that it came in was huge, and you know, it was quite a struggle getting it up the stairs actually. And then I thought to myself, I might have been better leaving it downstairs to do the video, but hey ho. So I just put it together. I thought I'm not going to do a video of that really. It's pretty sort of straightforward how it goes together. You know, you've got these pieces here, front and back. They all clip on. It was a little bit tough. It put up a bit of a fight in some places just to get it clicking together. But I got there in the end, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. So yeah, one of my complaints in recent videos is paint applications. Not so much the figures. I mean, some of them have been a bit iffy, but more so the vehicles and play sets. And this one is a bit better. It's not perfect, but like we'll look around here and you've got a bit of grey there. You know, you've got like, I don't know, there's a wash on it basically. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but these bits look great. I did the I can't remember the ship, the E-wing. I did that recently, and that was a bit poor, as I stated in the video. But yeah, this is a bit better, which you'd expect for, you know, for it being a HasLab and the price point that it's at. So yeah, here you've got a lot more paint applications, weathering, battle damage and stuff, which is great. Overall, it is sort of like still that kind of grey plastic, but it's a lot better. That's sort of my only complaint really, because this thing is pretty awesome. Yeah, the scale of it, everything else. I'm just figuring out how best to get all of this in, especially these engines. Talking about paint, they look really nice there. You know, there's a lot of detail. Again, I'm not sure if it's showing up particularly well in the video. You've got the Phantom 2 here. It's sort of clipped in the back there. We'll take a look at that separately. So yeah, there's sort of, I'll just show you briefly some of the other paint applications, and it's a lot better. I think if it had been to the standard of some of the other stuff recently, that wouldn't be great. But this, there's no complaints from me. It's good enough. It's yeah. And then so up here, you've got like the turret here, which I don't think clips in necessarily, and it kind of just pops out there. And so, you know, you can stick a character in there, which I will be doing. I'll probably set it all up because it's, like I said, it's going to be a bit awkward to record all of this, but we'll set it up properly in a bit. Is this going to come off? There we go. So taking a look in here, you've got the cockpit in there. I think we already looked under there, but yeah, the ladder goes down there. And then here you have the bedrooms, the living quarters will be in the next sort of room along. But yeah, these are the bedrooms there. There's the bunk bed there. So yeah, you'll have to excuse me because this is, as I said, this is quite difficult to record. But yeah, I think I'm going to put this down for a sec and then we'll look through further into the ship. Okay, and there's that bedroom there from a different angle. Again, the cockpit there with all the sort of different coloured seats and that, which is very nice. Fair bit of detail in there, it's looking quite good. And then here we have sort of like the communal sort of like living area, I guess. Here, so you've got like the terminal there. There's all of this here. And then I think, yeah, I don't think anything else comes off now. It's, I think they're all on there, but there's the chair there. Again, some nice paint applications. A bit of a few dodgy stains on there, but yeah, I like that they've added that sort of detail in. And around the door frames there, I've noticed as well, like the scratchy paintwork. It's very good. So yeah, we do have some accessories to go in here as well. Like I said, I'm a bit nervous almost like with these sets, pulling the bits off because Some of them are a bit stiff and, you know, you're worried you're going to snap something. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'm not sure how I'm going to display this. I probably will do it the same as the Razor Crest with all the panels on, but I'll probably have it set up inside in a way where you can just take the panel off to display it as well, because I think it would look pretty good set up, all opened up like this with the characters in certain places. But yeah, I think it's got to be displayed with the lid on probably, but we will set it up later on in the video. We'll sort of showcase some of the scenarios and we'll look through the accessories in a moment. Okay, so the first accessory is this little table here, like the games board on it. And I think that's probably going to clip sort of, yeah, sits on quite nicely by there. So that is sort of held down. Everything else by the looks of it is going to be a bit loose. So you got like these little stools here to set down wherever. And then you've got this table by here, which is nice. It's been a while since I've watched the show. Again, more detail in there. But we'll just pop that there for now. Might not be accurate to Rebels or Ahsoka. I'm thinking more in line of Rebels, to be honest, because I think we saw the ship more, obviously, there. But yeah, we have this chair as well, which again, it has been some time since I've watched Rebels. So I can't really remember whose chair this is. Maybe Zeb's? I'm not sure. But, so maybe that, I don't remember that being in the bedroom. Who knows? I can't picture where that will go. I suppose you can put it anywhere, really. But we'll pop it there for now. Like I said, we'll set this up properly in a bit. We'll get some characters on the gunners. And we'll sort of, like I said, showcase some of the different scenarios that you can have. But overall, yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, so a quick look at the Phantom 2. So first of all, you've got a little chopper head there, which I believe comes off. I'm not going to pull on it because I can't quite grab hold of it. But from what I can gather, you can't put another droid in there. It's not one of those situations. It's kind of like a head with like a little sort of peg thing that you pop it in. But that's pretty cool that he sat there like that. And then you've got this sort of paintwork on here, which is very nice. They've done a good job on that. There's more of this sort of battle damage and sort of scratches and, you know, wear and tear, which is great. I love that. And there's the underside there with the like landing gear that folds out there, which is nice. So you can set it down, but we're probably going to display this. I don't know, actually. Could display it on the ship. Maybe when I've got more room, because the ship is taking up quite a lot of room at the moment. You could display this separately. There's the back there. Again, a little bit sort of basic on the back. I quite like those lights there, or whatever they may be. I don't think it's lights, but they kind of look like lights, but I guess that's just part of the engine, the exhaust. And then, yeah, this sort of silver paintwork here. And then quite sure how this opens up. I think, judging by the fact that there's like a little latch there, it's probably going to be, it's right there in front of me. So that pops open like that. You can sit someone in there. Again, we'll probably just showcase all of this at the end, similar to how I did the Razor Crest. I just showed a few scenarios that you can have, so I'll do that at the end now. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. And something actually I've just sort of noticed, it's this silver kind of like weather in there. That looks great. I'd love to see more of that, especially on ships and stuff like that. That looks nice. You've kind of got like the silvery over the kind of almost goldy bronze colour, and that looks great. So yeah, pleased with that. Okay, so some quick final thoughts on this ship. It's awesome, I think. I've been very excited for this. I loved Rebels. I enjoyed Ahsoka, and the ship looked great in live action, if you can sort of call it that. But yeah, I love this ship. I love the design of it, and like I said, I loved Rebels. So I had to get it. and it hasn't disappointed. The sheer size of it is fantastic. Like I don't know where I'm going to store it, really, to be honest. I've got somewhere at the moment, but it's not ideal just because of the size of it. So I might have to have a move around. But yeah, it's the paint applications. That's something that's kind of put a dampener on things recently. When I've been recording, doing these videos, like the E-wing that I did recently was a bit poor for that. This it's not perfect. I wasn't expecting it to be, but there's a lot more battle damage, a lot more weathering, a lot more sort of grime around the engines and exhaust areas and all the sort of little bits in between. So yeah, I'm happy with it. It's adequate, and on the inside, it really sort of comes to life. They've done a good job with that. There's plenty of detail in there, and I think once you stick these sort of colourful characters in there, that's really going to bring it to life. Overall, I'm very pleased with this. I think it's fantastic. They've done a great job. Not much else to really say. So we'll probably leave it there. I don't want to rattle on too long because this video is probably going to be quite long already. But yeah, thank you for watching. If I did miss anything, because there's a good chance I perhaps did because this ship is so big, or if you got it, or if you missed out on it, whatever your thoughts or opinions, post them below, because I'm always happy to sort of read them and engage, and I find it interesting, everyone else's opinions. So yeah, just thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.